Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you how you can fold an origami paper crane. You start with a square piece of origami paper or a piece of paper you've cut to a perfect square. If you have origami paper, hopefully you have one side that's colored and one side that's white. You can use one that has both sides colored. It's just a little harder to know where you are in the process. So we're going to start by having our colored side up, and we're going to take the bottom left corner right here and fold it up to the top right corner to make a triangle. It's really important when you're folding that you make sure everything lines up nice and neatly, and then you make a really good crease with your fingers. Now I'm going to unfold this triangle and fold another triangle going the other way. So I'm going to take my bottom right corner, fold it up to the top left, make sure everything's lined up, and crease. After that step, I'm going to open the paper again and flip it over to the white side. Now I need to fold some rectangles. So I'm going to take the left side, fold it over to the right to make a rectangle. Then I'm going to open the paper up and do the same thing but from bottom to top. So I'm going to fold a long rectangle. The next step can be a little tricky the first time you do it. Basically, you want to take these two triangles here and push them in like this. I'll show you this way maybe. And when you're done, you'll have a baseball diamond shape. It's super important that when you put your paper back down, your opening is on the bottom. The top does not open, it's closed. So make sure your opening is on the bottom. The next step is to fold some more triangles. So I'm going to start with the left side. Make sure you have just the top layer. We have two layers here, layer 1, layer 2. Right now we're only doing the top layer. So fold this into the crease and do the same thing with the other side. Then you're going to flip your whole thing over. Make sure you do it left to right so your opening is still here at the bottom. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to take the left side and fold it to the center. And I'm going to take the right side and fold it to the center. So when you're done, you have something that looks kind of like a kite. Now I'm going to fold the top down, and I'm going to open everything back up. So I'm back to my baseball diamond. This next part is probably the hardest step of the crane. We're going to open up our flap from the top layer, and we want to reverse fold it over onto the top. So the way I do that is I make sure I have a good crease here from where I folded this down. I open this up kind of like a frog's mouth. I reach back into this crease and re-crease it some more if I need to. Then these two lines, they're kind of hard to see, but they're right here, kinda, need to be kind of reversed. So sometimes you just kind of have to manipulate it and work with it, but your goal is to get a tall diamond. My folds are kind of sloppy, so I have a little white showing there, but this is what it should look like when you're done. Then you flip it over and you do the same thing. Open the folds open the frog's mouth, kind of reverse these top folds, pick it up if you have to. And when you're done, you should have another tall diamond. Next, we're going to take the bottom left flap and fold this left edge, just the top layer, over to the center. Then we're going to do the same thing to the right. So take this right top layer edge, fold it over to the center. Then you're going to flip the whole thing over, left to right, right to left, and do the same thing. Fold that other layer over that left and right edge to the center. Now you should have what I like to call the fox head, because it's starting to look like a fox head. Next, we need to do what's called a book fold. It's called a book fold because it's just like turning a page in a book. So we take this top layer, this right part, we turn it over like we're turning a page in a book, and fold it down. Then we flip it over, do another book fold, just that top layer like you're turning a page in a book. Fold it down, and now you can really see it kind of looks like a fox. We're getting close to the end. Next, we're going to take this bottom top layer and fold it up as far as it'll go. Flip the whole thing over, right to left, and do that one more time. Some of my other folds are kind of sloppy, sorry. This is not my best work. Now you're going to do another book fold. So you take just the top right layer and fold it over like you're turning the page in a book. Flip everything over right to left. Do another book fold. Be careful and make sure you only get that top layer. And now you're pretty much done. You can lift it up like this, pull this part out, that's your head, so you can kind of bend it down and crimp it to make the head. And you can pull the tail out a little bit. There's the tail, and these two pieces are the wings, so you just pull these down. If you want to give it a little more shape up in here, there's a kind of a hole in the bottom you can blow into, and that will open up a little bit more. So there is your crane. Hope you had fun.